My curious and playful Gemini friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. A Gemini, there's a flicker of restlessness in the air around you this week. The kind that hums just beneath the surface, making even quiet moments pulse with questions you haven't quite formed yet. You might notice yourself caught between the desire to leap forward and the uncertainty that comes with not knowing where you'll land. It's a familiar tension, one that's as much about possibility as it is about doubt. There's excitement in the unknown, but also a soft ache, a longing for something meaningful to emerge from the jumble of new ideas and shifting feelings. If you pause, you might sense a gentle unease, like you're on the threshold of a conversation that could change the way you see yourself, if only you could find the words. This is not a week for easy answers. Instead, it's a time when curiosity and vulnerability meet, creating a quiet tension that asks you to listen more closely to yourself than usual. Even as you move through your day, you may feel a subtle pull towards something just out of reach, a new beginning that wants your attention but isn't quite ready to reveal itself. Sitting with this energy, you're held in the spirit of the Page of Wands. You may not name it as such, but its influence colors your outlook. There's a bright spark inside you, Gemini, a playful urge to chase after what inspires, even if you're not yet sure what it is. This week, that spark is more than just a passing mood. It's a restless drive, a need to explore new corners of your own mind, to follow a hunch or a half-formed idea just to see where it leads. You might find yourself daydreaming during routine tasks or feeling your attention pulled by unexpected details. A snatch of conversation, a color in the sky, a memory that suddenly surfaces. Behind this, there's a subtle yearning to break from patterns that feel stale, to reinvent how you move through the world, even if only in small ways. But curiosity can be double-edged. Alongside the excitement, there's a sense of being unanchored, like you're wandering in unfamiliar territory without a map. You're aware that new beginnings come with risk, and even as you crave novelty, you might catch yourself hesitating, wondering if you're ready to handle what you discover. This blend of enthusiasm and uncertainty makes the week feel charged, alive with potential, but also edged with a nervousness that's hard to fully name. The real tension isn't just about what's ahead, but whether you can trust your own impulses. You might question if you're chasing inspiration or simply running from discomfort. Yet beneath it all, there's an honest hopefulness, a belief that a small step in a new direction could lead to something genuine if you let yourself follow it. This restless inner state doesn't exist in isolation. It naturally spills into the way you move through the week, shaping the choices you make and the pressures you feel. When your heart is wired for discovery, even ordinary days can feel like crossroads. The uncertain energy you carry pushes you to notice subtleties in your relationships, to seek out moments that feel different or charged with meaning. The urge to break from routine grows, making it harder to ignore the parts of your life that feel stagnant. At the same time, your heightened curiosity draws out interactions and events that seem to echo your internal state. Conversations become more layered, and even small decisions can take on unexpected weight. The world responds to your restlessness with its own invitations and its own tests, gently nudging you to engage more deeply, to stay present with whatever arises. Each new impulse becomes both a challenge and an opening, an opportunity to see yourself reflected in the people and situations around you. In this unfolding landscape, the Queen of Cups steps forward as a quiet influence, Her presence isn't loud, but it's undeniable, a steady current beneath the surface of your week. The pressures you feel now aren't only external, they manifest as emotional tides, subtle shifts in mood, waves of empathy, and a vulnerability that makes you more attuned to the feelings of others. You may notice yourself absorbing the emotional weather of those around you, picking up on undercurrents in conversations, sensing when someone holds back or when a silence means more than words. This sensitivity can bring both comfort and friction. On one hand, you find moments of deep connection, intimacy that feels nourishing, exchanges that remind you how much can be shared without ever being spoken out loud. On the other, you may feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of feelings you encounter, both your own and those that seem to wash over from the outside. There's a quiet pressure to hold space, to respond with compassion even when you're not sure what's needed. Sometimes, you might feel stretched thin, as if you're being asked to be both explorer and caretaker. The momentum of the week pulls you in several directions at once, the urge to follow your own curiosity and the pull to remain present for those who need your understanding. When these currents collide, friction arises. You may find yourself retreating into your own inner world for clarity, only to be called back by the needs of others. It's a delicate dance, balancing your desire for exploration with the reality of emotional responsibilities. Yet through it all, there is a sense that tenderness is not weakness, and that even in moments of overwhelm, you're learning the art of being present with both your own uncertainty and the vulnerability of others. From this place, your possibility for the week begins to reveal itself, but only if you meet these moments with conscious awareness. The choices you make aren't predetermined by your circumstances. Instead, they emerge from how honestly you're willing to engage with both your longing for change and your capacity for empathy. The more you notice the subtle links between your inner restlessness and the emotional climate around you, the more you realize that growth isn't about pushing forward blindly or withdrawing completely. It's about recognizing the invitations hidden with intention and responding with presence rather than reaction. The potential of your week lies in the space where curiosity and compassion intersect, a space that only opens when you bring your full attention to what's unfolding, both inside and out. Here, the energy of the Empress becomes available to you, not as a promise, but as a gentle invitation to nurture what's emerging. Growth takes root in the places where you allow yourself to be both receptive and creative. The Empress doesn't demand grand gestures or sweeping changes. Instead, she invites you to notice the moments when you feel most alive, most attuned to your own rhythms. There's a quiet abundance in the ordinary, a sense that small acts of care, both for yourself and others, can become seeds for something richer. This week, your potential lies in the way you respond to the world's invitations. By tending to your curiosity with patience, by honoring your emotional sensitivity without letting it drown your own voice. New beginnings are possible, but they arrive not through force, but through steady, conscious nurturing. When you move gently with your questions and allow yourself to feel without rushing to fix or explain, you create the conditions for something beautiful to grow. The Empress reminds you that presence is itself creative, and that the most meaningful changes often begin with a simple willingness to stay open, to trust that what you're cultivating matters, even if you can't see the outcome yet. All three cards, Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Empress, interweave to shape your week, Gemini. Your restlessness is not a distraction, but a signal that something fresh is trying to make itself known within you. The emotional currents you navigate are not obstacles, but opportunities to learn how deeply you can connect, both with yourself and with those around you. And the growth that's possible now isn't about reaching some distant goal, but about nourishing the ground you stand on, moment by moment. This week you're invited to see your own uncertainty as fertile soil, to recognize that curiosity and care are not opposites, but partners in the journey of becoming more fully yourself. When you hold space for both, you find a quiet confidence, a sense that you are exactly where you need to be, even as you reach for what's next. Let yourself rest in that knowing. The questions don't need quick answers, and the changes you sense on the horizon have time to unfold. There's reassurance in the process, and comfort in the simple act of showing up for yourself, just as you are. Actionable insights for Gemini this week. You might gently try naming one feeling aloud the moment you notice it. You could give yourself permission to linger in a daydream, just to see where it takes you. You might try checking in with someone you care about, even if you're not sure what to say. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I notice the spark in my own questions. I let my feelings move through me, not define me. I am gentle with myself when I feel uncertain. I trust the small ways I grow each day. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.